Hey guys, welcome back to Planet JeJuDa, and it is time for episode 3 of our Granny Square card deck series. I am super excited. This week we are doing the solid stripe, and funnily enough, I picked basically the same colors, just subtly different. I wanted it to have a fall vibe today because we are in our halfway to Halloween week, and so I wanted it to be a little bit fall but not Halloweeny or too Halloweeny. But I did. I picked similar colors to this, and let me show you. So instead of green, I did do, well, instead of this light green, I'm doing this color, which is Erin. Yes, this is Erin. It's that kind of oatmeal-y white color. And then instead of pink, I am doing, I believe it's claret. So it's like a burgundy, a dark, rich burgundy color. And so I did pick a green, but it's technically replacing the blue in this, and I do believe it is thyme, because I remember saying that this was sage, but it was actually thyme. And then I did pick yellow, and it actually is pretty similar. Ask me. I picked saffron for the yellow, and I wasn't even paying attention to the card. I was just wanting the colors to be a fall vibe, and so that's what I chose. Anyways, I have a picture of the diagram, there we go, on my computer so that I can see it blown up and be able to follow it verbatim. Now, this is going to be the test whether or not it will be the same size as these. Technically it should be, but you know, your girl is a little unpredictable. So I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get started and make our third square. Alrighty. Alrighty, here we go. Here is the moment of truth. We have completed square number 3. And isn't it so pretty? I just think it's really cute. It has the fall vibes that I was going for. I love it. Now, for the moment of truth. Is it going to work with the rest of the granny squares? We already know that these two work because they're literally the same style, just different, you know, one thing of yarn or skein, and this is obviously 4. So I'm a little nervous. Okay. Did it work? Did it work? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, there it did! It did! Yay! I don't know why I'm doubting myself. I don't know. Anyways, it works! Woo! They match. They are the same size. That's so exciting. Why is that so exciting? I don't know, but it is. I'm just really happy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, the question is, how are we going to work these different types of granny squares together into one coat? My mom and I did figure out what pattern we want to use, and I will be posting it right here. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the idea of it. Obviously, there are way more than 50 squares. So what we decided, when I figure out what my neutral color is or my border color, I will do granny squares like this in that color. So there will be negative spaces, if that makes any sense. And then I will showcase all of my card deck squares somehow in the pattern. Gosh, let me see. Hold on a second. Okay, so I had to pull it up. You guys have already seen it, and I'll put it back up. But it is the, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I will put a link to the pattern because it was a free pattern from Hobbii. And yeah, it is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And you can clearly see that there's way too many squares from the 50. And somehow we will be showcasing all of my card deck squares into the jacket. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that, but I am. And I'm sure there is like a join as you go kind of situation, but I'm not, well, I say I'm sure. I'm not. I haven't actually read the pattern itself, but there you go. So whatever color I decide to have as the extra granny squares that are just going to be the plain color and be kind of like our negative spaces, I have to figure out how to make that work around squares like this one, because clearly they're all squares like this, or I should say this. So it's going to have the granny square clusters. So I need to figure out how to make a border with on this using the granny square clusters. I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out, but it's going to take some figuring out. And with all my other squares that are completely different, I don't know, we'll play it by ear and we'll see. But yeah, so we are going to be doing this cardigan, and we're going to have the 3 stripes. I believe it is 3 stripes. Yes. Yes, so there is the, what would have been initially the colors of the granny squares, and then the center being the color that attaches all the squares. We're going to have we're going to figure out 3 stripes or 3 colors for the stripes in between the square patterns. And then there will be the main base color. Does that make any sense? Am I making any sense? Anyways, so I'm going to have probably, I don't know, maybe a gray be the base color, that I will have multiple of these squares right here in that color, and then border obviously that color on all of these and join them together, and then have the 3 stripes to create those stripes. And those will be 3 different colors. Probably red, purple, and white, if I know my mom, but who knows? Who knows? We'll see. I'm kind of excited. It is now time to move our 3rd square to the back of our deck. And if you remember, last week we did the basic granny square, but in a single color. And so next week will also be a solid in a single color. So that, maybe you guys can help me figure out what color I should do my solid. Let me know. Comment down below, what color should I use for my solid color? And hopefully I will have one of those colors you guys choose. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, I would love it if you would hit that like button. And if you'd like to be notified of any and all future uploads, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to click all on the notification bell. And with that, remember, gravity works, guys.